Has opened a new homeless shelter in a church on the North Hill.
Yeah, it's part of the city's larger effort to distribute shelters throughout Spokane. The shelter is in North Hill Christian Church at the intersection of Post and Wellesley, which is a residential area. It's been open for about 2 weeks now. Natalie Keller tells us what the church and neighbors have to say about it.
The basement of North Hill Christian Church used to be an office space, but now it's become a shelter for members of the LGBTQ community. It's meant to help them transition into permanent housing. The pastor here at the church says he hasn't gotten much pushback from congregation members or from neighbors. Pastor Chris Snow says Jules Helping Hands approached the church about turning the space into a shelter in January. The plan was then approved by church board members. And now that the shelter's open, it offers medical care, substance use treatment, and help with housing placement to its guests. Over the last week, all the beds have been full.
It makes me feel really excited that we have done the work within the congregation to talk about what the needs are of this community, people who are children of God that we want to have a safe space to be, and we're happy to be that safe space.
Scott Webb is the vice chair of the North Hill Neighborhood Council and says he found out about the shelter just a week or two ago. He hasn't heard much negative feedback from other neighbors, but he isn't sure people know about it. Webb says he's on board with the shelter as long as the guests treat the neighborhood with respect.
This is not a not in my neighborhood situation. If that's going to help those individuals get to the next phase in their life and hopefully help them out, let's do that.
Webb says that the council will discuss the shelter during its upcoming meeting on Thursday. During that meeting, they'll decide whether they have an opinion on the shelter, and they'll select a member to serve as a liaison. Reporting in Spokane, Natalie Keller, 4 News Now.